Hello, I haven't been doing videos for a little while, but I have one that I would like to show you how I made this background with the Tim Holtz alcohol inks. The alcohol inks colors that I use for this one is Stream, Butterscotch, and Cranberry. And I'm going to show you how I made that technique. I also wanted to point out to you, these are eyelets on this cord when I made this card. And I thought that was a really kind of a cool, different way to use my eyelets that I seem to never use. So let's get started. The items you're going to need for this project, well, I put down a piece of wax paper just from my kitchen, so the inks are on that and they don't get anything else dirty. You're going to need glossy cardstock, and you're going to need the glossy side up, and that can be any size. You're going to need the applicator for the Tim Holtz inks, and then also one of the felts, and I just keep mine in a little baggie. You just put that right on there. And then this time I'm going to use cranberry, wild plum, and lettuce. And you just take your ink, put a little ink dot on there. I just squeeze a little bit. I guess you can kind of experiment, but less is more. You can always put more on. Just kind of put them in a little arrangement. I'm going to put a little bit more green on because I think that color is going to be pretty bright, and that's what I want for this card. And then you just take your dauber and you daub all over your cardstock. And you can leave as much white showing as you want to. It's all up to personal preference and what you want your card to look like. I might do a little bit more green. Just apply that on again, and then dab. Okay. So to make all of these colors kind of blend together, you're going to need your alcohol blending solution, which is also from that same line. Just put a little bit on your felt, and then you stamp over it again. It will start blending all of those colors together. And then when you go to stamp on it, you're going to need a solid stamp tends to work best. I'm going to use a stamp from Simple Blossoms, a Close to My Heart stamp, and then archival black ink because of the glossy cardstock. So then you take your piece of paper, and don't forget the glossy is going to be a little slick, so when you stamp, you're going to want to not move it too much or it'll smear. That shows up really well. On that one I smeared a little bit too much. See what happens when it does jump around a little bit. So what I would probably do is make sure that I cover that up on my card. As they say, there's never a mistake, there's always just a chance for an embellishment, to put an embellishment somewhere. Okay, so that would be how you would put your stamp on there. Here's another one I did last night, left a little bit more white. But I also wanted to show you how you can use digital stamps, especially if they're a solid stamp. This is a netting that I just pulled off from DZ Doodles, and after this dried, I just ran it through my printer, and the netting showed up on the background. So you can also do that. And then this was a clear stamp from DZ Doodles. I just wanted to try just any type of stamp. If these would have been solid, it would have showed up more like the flowers did. So you can also do your digital stamps on here. A solid image would be best. If you have any questions, just comment on my blog, and happy stamping!